Welcome to today's 3-minute Halacha. The Ramam in Siman Tuf Kuf Pei Aleph Sif Daled notes that there is a custom for men to go to the Mikva on Erev Rosh Hashana, as he notes, Mishum Keri, to be able to resolve a question of Tumah associated with Keri. This custom, based on the way the Ramah notes it, seems to be a remnant of an early decree that had been made by Ezra HaSofer, that all men would have to go to the mikveh before learning Torah. However, the Rambam and the Shulchan Aruch in Siman Pei Chet both note that that original decree of Ezra was repealed. So why go to the mikveh before Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur? The Kolbos suggest that the reason Ezra's decree was repealed was because it was too difficult. People having to go to the mikveh before they learn Torah led to the fact that people weren't learning Torah like they should. And so Chazal repealed Ezra's Takana, his decree. However, when it comes to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the Kolbo notes, Chazal felt that that would be reasonable. And therefore, Chazal left that decree in place. However, on the other hand, there is the position of the Rosh, who says that the reason we go to the mikveh before Rosh Hashanah and before Yom Kippur is an element of Kedusha. In fact, according to Reb Sajagon, it may even be a biblical imperative where we talk about Lifnei Hashem Titaru, that we have to purify ourselves before God. Ultimately, the poskim rule that this is a minhag before Rosh Hashanah and a much stronger minhag before Yom Kippur. However, the Mishnah Berurah in Siman Tuf Kuf Pei Aleph also notes another halacha that we learned earlier, also in Siman Pei Chet. And that is when it's difficult for a man to go to the mikveh because of keri, he could also use regular water being poured over him if the water was sufficient in quantity. If it was 9 kabin. 9 kabin are around 6 gallons. And actually, a person going into the shower and standing under the shower head for 3 to 4 minutes would probably have that amount of water poured over them. And as a result, going into a shower, if going to a mikvah, would be able to address the question of keri. The question of kedusha, unfortunately, is not able to be accomplished by a shower. This year, because of the risks of COVID, Rav Shechter and others have ruled that it would be better not to go to the mikveh and instead to take the advantage of taking a shower a little bit longer, a few minutes where the water is flowing directly over your head, and fulfill the minhag in that fashion. Interestingly, there are poskim who also talk of the fact that you could fulfill this obligation by going into a swimming pool. And in fact, in a swimming pool, the element of sanctification for this scenario would also be fulfilled. This year, because of COVID, we take additional precautions, and we don't need to go to the mikveh Erev Rosh Hashanah, but instead use the process of 9 kabin of water, which can be done by modern showers with several minutes of standing under the shower head.